Well, just 4 days until Election Day, and both candidates, their running mates, and their families making a last-minute push for votes.
Hard to believe, just 4 days away now, right?
And stretch.
That push has taken them to the critical swing state, to our South Florida. Craig Patrick with our sister station in Tampa has a look at what both sides need to do in that state to win.
Well, of course, Florida's the ultra battleground state, and the election here started weeks ago because in total, voters in Florida have 50 days in which to cast a ballot. And so far, heading into this weekend, some 5 million people have already voted. So it looks as if more than half of the vote is already in. And when you break down the numbers, there appear to be a near equal number of Republicans and Democrats who have already voted. On top of that, Democrats are slightly underperforming where they were 4 years ago when President Obama won the state by less than 1%. So bottom line, it's going to be very, very tight in Florida, and we just don't have as many undecided voters in this state as you would in other swing states like New Hampshire and Colorado. And with that, it is incumbent on both sides to mobilize and energize their supporters. And that's why you see so much of both campaigns crisscrossing the state of Florida throughout this weekend, starting today with Trump and Clinton crisscrossing the state. You have Mike Pence bearing down on South Florida and Tim Kaine across the I-4 corridor in Central Florida. Concert with Bon Jovi. You will see much more of their surrogates as well, focusing on the Sunshine State throughout the weekend. Reporting from Tampa, Craig Patrick, Fox 5 News.
And the candidates won't make any more stops here in Georgia before Election Day. Yeah,
the results of a new poll might explain why that is. Fox 5 political analyst Matt Towery is here with a look at the new Georgia presidential poll for Fox 5. And Matt, is Trump still in the lead at this point?
Trump is still in the lead in our Fox 5 poll, and seeing my colleague Craig Patrick down in Florida, it's nip-tucked there. It's not quite nip-tucked here. Trump 49% in our Fox 5 opinion savvy poll. We have Clinton at 45%, Johnson, the Libertarian, at 5%, and just 1% undecided. A very interesting set of circumstances.
Definitely. Is there any opportunity at this point for Hillary Clinton to catch up in Georgia?
Well, if she decided to put some heavy advertising on television this weekend, which I don't know whether that's been trafficked or not, it could move some votes. But right now what we're seeing is the Republican vote coming home to Donald Trump, and the independent vote, which is so critical in Georgia, coming to Donald Trump as well. Now, there could be a tick up in the African-American vote. That could make a change. But right now we're seeing in early voting at about the same levels as we normally see. Right now we look like we're on a pattern to see Donald Trump win, but maybe not by that much. Got to remember, this is within the margin of error.
Let's talk about the U.S. Senate race now. You said that to get anywhere, these two candidates need to put ads on TV, and they have been doing that, both the incumbent and the challenger. Has that made any difference, and where does the polling there stand now?
It has. We now, in our Fox 5 Opinion Savvy poll, have Johnny Isakson at that magical 50% level he needs to be. Jim Barksdale is at 39%. 8% goes to Alan Buckley. Now, you wonder why his numbers are a little higher. Buckley's run before in the state, so he's got a little more name recognition, and then a very small undecided. What I expect to have happen in this race is those numbers will stay about where they are. Johnny Isakson is running ahead of Trump, and he actually has been lifted by Trump. As Trump does better, he's doing better. And I expect Isakson, in all probability, unless something changes, to be at that 50-plus, maybe all the way to 51 or 52 after this thing is over.
Okay, not so clear-cut necessarily with Amendment 1, which Governor Deal has been pushing for the state to intervene with failing schools. How is that going?
Well, it wasn't clear-cut until we got our results of our poll, and now it is not good for Amendment 1. 63% say no, only 32% say yes. Now, you might ask me why that's the case. Well, here's the reason. Democrats oppose it, and oddly enough, a large number of conservative Republicans are opposing it as well. So it would take a minor miracle to save this thing. Now, remember, Republicans tend to vote more on the day of the election, and it's possible if they get behind this amendment that they could resuscitate this thing. But right now, it's on life support.
Wow. All right. Thanks so much, Matt. We appreciate it. And still ahead.